With some creativity, there's almost an infinite number of ways that you can generate passive income. But today I'm going to talk about the top 3 ways that you can start generating passive income today, as well as some ideas to help you start generating passive income over time. I'm Bradford with a Penny Pincher's Guide to Personal Finance. First, make sure to give the video a like, and now to the subject of passive income. The idea of making money while you sleep is awesome, but it's not free nor necessarily easy to get there. You're only going to start generating passive income after you've committed time, money, or both upfront. Now, how much passive income you need to become financially free is going to be different from person to person depending on your wants and needs. But to get a good idea of a number to shoot for, if you take your expenses for each month over the past year and average amount, that's going to give you an idea of how much money you need to be generating in passive income each month as a bare minimum. The first way of generating passive income that I want to talk about is going to be the stock market. Pretty much all retirement accounts and pensions rely on investing in the stock market to be able to pay out a steady stream of income in retirement. Now, when it comes to the stock market, when you're looking at generating passive income, there's really 2 main ways that you can use to generate it. The first is going to be by selling off a small percentage. I'm talking about a very small percentage of your total investments every single year to be able to generate the passive income that you need. Now, the key here is that you are selling off a small enough percentage of your investment that you are not cutting into the overall growth that it's able to generate. And the second main method of being able to generate passive income through the stock market is through dividends. If you have a large enough percent of your portfolio in dividend generating stocks, you're going to be able to take those dividends and use them to live off of. And it can make a really nice source of passive income because you're not having to worry about selling off the investments that are generating the dividends. You're just living off the dividends that are produced each and every year. Now, the main difference between the 2 ways is that if you're selling off your stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, you're going to be paying capital gains tax. This is opposed to the dividend option where you're going to be paying an income tax on the dividends that are generated. Now, depending on how much money you're actually pulling out from the market, in most instances, unless you're in the lowest tax brackets, the capital gains tax is going to be less expensive as opposed to the income tax. One thing you definitely need to consider when you're looking at the stock market to be able to generate passive income is what is your safe withdrawal rate. That is the rate that you can afford to withdraw as a percentage of your total portfolio and not worry about running out of money in retirement. The largest amount that I would say you can safely withdraw is going to be 5% of your total portfolio. If you want a better idea of how you get to that number, I'm going to drop a card to a video right here that goes in depth what is a good withdrawal rate and how much money do you need invested in the stock market to be able to retire. Now, so let's say you're trying to replace your income of $3,000 a month. Using the 5%, that means you need to have at least $720,000 invested in the stock market to be able to safely replace your income and not have to worry about running out of money in retirement. Now, because you need so much upfront capital invested in the stock market to be able to generate passive income, this is the reason that most people don't really look at it as a way of supplementing their income because they want their investments to continue to grow until they actually hit retirement. So that's going to take me into the next topic of being able to generate passive income, and that's through real estate. Now, like the stock market, if you're looking in the traditional ways of investing in real estate with rental properties, you're also going to need a large amount of cash up front. The nice thing here with investing in real estate is that you can use margin. You can use mortgages to be able to leverage your amount that you have invested and multiply it. Now, if you don't have the cash to be able to go out and just buy a rental property outright, either all cash or with a mortgage, another way to get into real estate and be able to just start generating passive income is through real estate investment trusts, also known as REITs. How a REIT works is effectively a mutual fund, but for real estate. You, along with a bunch of other people, are going to invest in a collection of properties, and you're going to be paid dividends off of those properties. So that's one way to be able to invest without a ton of money up front in real estate. Now, it's effectively the same conceptually as investing in a mutual fund, but it provides a good way of diversifying your portfolio so you're not just invested in the stock market to protect your passive income from what's going on in the economy as a whole. Even if you don't have a lot of cash to be able to start investing in real estate, you can still make money in real estate by listing your entire home or just a single bedroom on things like Airbnb or VRBO if that's something you're comfortable with. Now, to get started, go look on Craigslist, VRBO, and Airbnb for similar properties in your area. Whether you're thinking about renting out your entire home or just 1 or 2 bedrooms, figure out what properties that are similar to yours are going for. Then create your account, get set up and get vetted, and actually start going out and listing whatever you want to list for slightly lower than what the marketplace is. And then once you've got several reviews on there and you're established in the community, then you can start raising your prices to match what everybody else is and be in an actual competitive space. Now, how much money you're able to make every single month is really going to be based on your location. If you're kind of rural, you're out there, you might only make like a couple $100s a month, but still that's a source of passive income. You're using an asset you already have to generate money. Now, if you're in a more tourist located town, you could easily make in the thousands of dollars each and every month, even just by renting out a single bedroom. So it's really worth looking at, considering if that's something you're comfortable with, both privacy and security wise. And if it is, definitely look out into renting your entire home if you're traveling a lot, or just a single bedroom if you're gonna be there, as a way to be able to generate passive income. Another option to be able to make money while you sleep is to use your car. Not for a ride sharing service, but actually renting your car out. Now, looking at the website of Turo right here, which has really led the way into be able to rent your car out to other people, they advertise what is the peak that you could make if you have a really popular car and you're able to rent it out on a consistent basis every single month. They even advertise how you can use their website and their business model to be able to start a business for yourself by buying cars and renting them through their platform. For you to make money on the side, if you don't drive your car all the time and it's available to be rented, or if you travel and your car is just sitting in your driveway or in a parking garage while you're gone. This is a great way to be able to use an asset that is depreciating and actually make some money back on it. Now, the caveat here that you need to be aware of is they don't accept all makes and models, and most cars that you can rent through those services have to be relatively new. And another thing you need to make sure you double check is with your auto insurance, if it is actually allowing you to be able to rent your car out. A lot of them are not willing to accept that, and they might deem your insurance void if you start renting without telling them and paying an increased premium. Another thing to note is that you definitely need to consider the wear and tear on your vehicle and account that into how much money you're actually making, and factor in maintenance expenses that are going to go up if other people are driving your car in addition to yourself. Now, this option is really only applicable if you live in an urban area and people are looking to rent cars to be able to get around, but depending on where you live, it could certainly be a way to be able to generate passive income on an asset you already have. Another way to use your car to generate passive income is to look into selling advertisements on your car. Now, probably the biggest way that you can do this is by having somebody wrap your car with an advertisement during a given ad campaign. Now, you need to make sure you definitely look into the companies that are offering this and make sure that they pay for the initial wrap as well as the removal, and see what the fine print is for the ad campaign, making sure you're only accepting advertisements that you are comfortable with being on your car. Now, for a lot of these ad campaigns, they could go from several weeks up to a couple months long, so make sure you're looking into seeing what the fine print and requirements are. A lot of them require for you to drive your car a certain number of hours each day, as well as when it's parked, it needs to be in a visible location so that way the advertisement is getting in front of as many people as possible. But if you have a decent sized commute to work every single day, this is a great way, even if it's not really generating a lot of money, to be able to get some of the costs back associated with commuting to work. Now, it's definitely going to vary from person to person and where you live, what type of car you have, and what the actual advertisement campaign is. So I don't want to throw any numbers up on this video, but it's definitely something to look at, especially again if you live in an urban area where there's going to be a lot of advertisers that are looking to push their product out. This is an excellent way to, again, use your car, which is a depreciating asset, to actually make some money back. Now that I've touched on the stock market, real estate, as well as your own car, not everybody has a lot of money to be able to put up front to be able to start generating passive income. That's where you got to start thinking with your head and figure out how you can turn time into money. Now, the key with using your time to be able to generate passive income is you need to be able to develop a product or service that once you've developed it and you put all that time and energy into it, you can be relatively hands-free, and it can continue to be able to be sold and generate you income long after you've initially developed it. Take a website, for example. Say you have a blog and you're selling ads on it. Advertisers are only going to be able to want to sell their ads on your website if you have a large enough backlog of content to continually generate new views to your website every single month. So the big thing here with using your time to make money is you need to solve a problem. Find a problem, whether it's in your life or somebody you know, and figure out how you can be able to develop a product that fixes it, and that way you can continually sell it over time. Now, this solution could be almost anything. You could be creating a how-to guide to something that you found yourself, you worked your way through it, and now you feel comfortable explaining it to others. And you record that either in an audio format, it could be through a video, or you could write a book or a blog that answers how to solve that problem. You could also just be creating entertaining content. Solving somebody's boredom is a big way to make money. You could write a book, you could create a website, or you could start a YouTube channel. Now, the negatives to all of these is that they require a ton of upfront work to be able to become profitable. But the benefit is that there is technically unlimited upside. However large you want to scale the product that you're selling is really up to you and how much energy and time you want to put into it. Now, I don't want to sugarcoat it. There is a large element of failure associated with these time-intensive tasks. There is no guarantee to you that whatever product or service you create is going to be something that somebody actually wants. So you need to figure out and do that verification that whatever you're creating is not just solving a problem, but solving a problem that people care enough about that they're willing to pay to fix it. Now, with all of those ideas in mind, start creating passive income to becoming financially free. Make sure you give the video a like, and I would love to know what you're doing to generate passive income today. Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for joining me today, and until next time, just remember to pinch a little. Thanks for watching, and if you liked this video, make sure to check out the video that's on the left-hand side of your screen.
Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like more great content, and to support our channel.